Everyone, this is Brad Nathy, and I'm going to make a video for you here that shows you and explains to you how the nodes and the tokens will work with blockchain sports in Limitless. And I know if you're looking at this video that somebody shared this video with you to invest into our opportunity here. And what I wanted to say before we go into the details of the spreadsheets and the calculations is that, you have to do your own due diligence when it comes to investing. And your friend sees something special here with blockchain sports and Limitless and wanted to share with you the opportunity. And the first thing I wanted to show you is that the evaluation that was given to blockchain sports at the time of our launch in Dubai back in February of 2024 from the Sandahar Group was $1,434,090. That's huge. They've been putting this together for about 18 to 20 months, and they already got $1 billion valuation, and we haven't even gone live yet. We don't go live until September. But to get this valuation means that we have a lot to offer the community with our crowdfunding model. But what is even better than this, just 6 weeks later, with all the momentum we got, with all the new announcements that blockchain sports doing, with the technology that we have and the science behind it, the new valuation that came out was $5 billion. And that's a 499% increase in just 6 weeks. Wait till we go live. And we're just doing this with the one sport called soccer or football worldwide. And I believe we just got motorsports. But I know there's major franchises like baseball and football and golf, and that's waiting to get and be a part of this blockchain sports disruption that we are going to be doing here. And then the way you invest is that you have to purchase founders packages. And there are other videos performed by Michael Faust and Jeremy and a whole bunch of other people that explain all the royalties and rewards that you get with the founders packages. Do your own research and watch those videos too. I'm going to specifically focus on the nodes that you get when you purchase a package and the bonus tokens that you get, and try to quantify that with a monthly income for you, and then try to get a return on your investment just based off the nodes and the tokens that are being generated. Now, when you look at this chart here, you're going to see some numbers here: May, June, July, and August. In August, that's going to be our final price. And I hear cutoff days like the 16th of August. I don't know that for sure, but I do know that this will be the highest price that you'll have during pre-launch. They're giving us a discount, and the price goes up 10% a month till it hits the final price. But the discount in May, which we're May 27th right now, if you wanted to buy package number 1, it would cost you 600 USD, which is a digital currency, and which it kind of equates for $1, United States dollar, the equivalent. But in June, June 1st, just 4 or 5 days from now, that'll go up $650, and in July it will go to $700, in August $750. You have to purchase your founders packages by the last day of the month, or it will go up to that price that shows on each month. Now, if you look over here in the right column, you will get a node. And I know a lot of you are like, what's a node? And I'll try to explain that here in the next couple of slides. But the higher package you buy, then that's how many nodes you will get. And you're also going to get some bonus tokens that I'll show you in the spreadsheet as well, that you get just as a thank you from Blockchain Sports. So what is a node? You can read this right here. I can read it for you. I mean, it's going to validate transactions. It's virtual or physical hardware. It runs the blockchain's protocol. All that's going to be Greek to you. In fact, I would Google. In fact, I'm suggesting go ahead and Google what is a node. Google what is a blockchain. Google all that. Do your own research on this. You don't really need to know exactly what all this is, but in a sense, the nodes are the engine that runs the blockchain. Without the nodes, the blockchains cannot operate. And so the biggest function that the node will do for us, where we're concerned as investors, it's going to be at the bottom. It's going to produce or give us a reward called the ATLA token. And the ATLA token is the token that has to be used to run our ecosystem, to run our blockchain. And there's fees and every time a transaction goes through. So this next slide, and I took this from Michael Faust. He does a great job in all his videos, but he tries to explain what a node is through examples. I like the bottom one. I own a couple of restaurants, and when a customer comes and pays with their credit card, there's always a fee charged. And those Visa, MasterCard calls those discount fees, but it's not a discount to me because whatever those fees are, I have to pay Visa and MasterCard. And so Visa and MasterCard gets a small percentage of every one of my orders that someone pays the credit card. And that's kind of what we're doing here with the nodes. Every single transaction, the customer, the buyer, the seller has to pay a fee. And that fee, whatever level of Founders Package you are at, you're going to get a small percentage of that fee of every single transaction based on the package that you have. Another example is a toll gate. Maybe you're on a highway and there's a 4 or 5 lane toll gate booth that you have to drive through. Every single car has its own lane and you have to go through that booth and you have to pay that toll gate money. Well, out of that money, there's some fees collected in there, and assume that you're the owner of one of those toll booths. Because you own that toll booth, whatever cars run through that toll booth and pays their money, you're going to collect part of that money as a fee, and you get to keep that because you own that toll booth. That is your lane, that is your road, and if you had 2 toll booths that you owned, you would make more money in fees. That's kind of like having a higher package. And then this up top one up here, being a landowner. Basically, you have ownership of property. If you allow someone else to use your land for whatever reason, and they pay you money, there's going to be fees associated with it. So in general, the blockchain transactions that are done through our ecosystem will have to use the ATLA token as the gas fees. And these fees are going to be given back to our community, to our founder package owners. And being an owner, you're going to make a percentage of every single transaction that comes through. Now, keep in mind, there are all other kinds of royalties and rewards that you get paid on by being a founding member, but I'm just specifically talking about the nodes and these tokens as they are right now. And then we're talking about investments. And I like to show this slide because if you have investments right now, or you're thinking about investments, you're probably going to pick one of these buckets. You might have a 401k. You might have money in the stock market, or you might have an IRA. I don't know. Everybody's different. But this, from the years of 2022 to 2023, kind of a 2-year period, these were about the averages that each one of these investment opportunities brought back. Now, these numbers will change. I have not done any research on the 2024 numbers yet. I'll wait for the year to end. But they'll be in the same ballpark. They're not going to change that much. A bank CD is really what I want to focus on because those will pay around 5% a year. And there are hundreds of thousands of people, maybe millions of people that have CDs in banks. Now, what I want to show you is a spreadsheet that I did, this calculator. And it looks busy and there's a lot of information on here, but I will try to explain it to you. Right here, and I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Right here, this is the bank CDs. Now, I picked some United States banks that are well-known banks. Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, Capital One, Goldman Sachs, and I just wanted to get some reputable banks. And these are some of the rates. I just Googled this yesterday. These are some of the rates that they are offering. Bank of America and Capital One will offer you 5%, no minimum amount deposited, and they'll give you a 12-month CD. Chase Bank wants you to put $100,000 to get their 4.75% in. Wells Fargo offers a couple. If you want to put $5,000, they'll give you 4.75. If you want to put $2,500, and you can read the chart yourself. And what's going to happen is that I'm going to kind of compare what a bank CD will perform for you as far as a return on your investment compared to what our node will produce as an investment for you as well. Now, this whole thing is full of formulas, so I have it to where it's all password protected. And like if you get a copy of this spreadsheet, if you try to change a price, like right here, it'll be an error message. But These green boxes are the only ones that are editable fields. And you can put the node, you can put the price of the Atla coin, and you can put how many tokens are generated each month by the node. Now, I heard Andre say, I thought I heard him say in a call this last week that it produces, the testing that they've done is 50.2. You know, it could be 30, it could be 60. I'm not for sure what it could be. I'm just going to go by his number and use 50. When that time comes that we're live and these numbers need to be adjusted, we'll do so at that time. But for this spreadsheet's sake, and now there's other factors that go in. This is not an exact science. There are other factors that Andre said that will go in to determining what your output would be. But based on the information that we have, and just again to give you an idea what a node will produce for you, and that'll give you like a monthly, annual, or even a monthly after cost, annual after cost. So right here, you'll see our 6 packages, and these are the nodes that you get right here. I'm in this box right here. And then here are your May, June, July, August pricing. Now, this is May 27th, I believe, and I'm going to stick with the May pricing. If I need to redo this for June, I will, but you guys can see just what it will be just for right now. Now, this number right here, if you try to put any other number in this nodes than these 6 numbers right here, it'll stay at NA down there. So if I try to put 3 in that box, it's not going to populate anything. But if I put 1 in that box, then it'll populate their package price for one node is $600, which is right here in the month of May. It also shows you what a $600 CD would do in 1 year, which we have 3 of them, the Goldman Sachs, Capital One, Bank of America. I'll zoom in right here. And you can see what your annual return would be on that $600 CD. It'll be $30 in a year. And same with Capital One and pretty much with Goldman too. So that's where we are with the CD comparison without me showing you what our numbers are. Now, this one node will produce about 50 tokens per month, the Atla tokens. And then also you'll see this bonus token. Based on the package you buy, you're going to get bonus tokens. I'll go into more of this at the end of this, but these bonus tokens, basically, it says right here in the red there that you have to let it vest for 18 months, and they're going to release 5% a month to you each month. Once they release the tokens to you, they're yours to sell, stake, hold, do whatever you want to do with them. They're yours. But those are the bonus tokens, and you have to be vested, which is going to take about 20 months to get vested. But the tokens that the nodes generate, those are yours. You can do what you want to do with them at that time, that once they hit your wallet or your back office, or however they're going to be paid to us. But let's just put in, I'm just going to put a penny. We'll just put a penny in right here. You can change this right here to a penny. If the Atla token comes up with, as a penny, which we think it's going to be a lot more than that, I just wanted to show that we can always put a low number in. But if we put in, and you see it's going to pay you $1 a month or $6 annual. I mean, it's not going to take much. If you put this in at 0.05, if it was a nickel, if the Atla coin was a nickel, it'll make in 1 year the same as a $600 CD. Okay, so you can see the $30 over here that it makes for Capital One and Bank of America, and it also will show you make the same amount of money if our coin is only at a nickel. Now, the target price that they say is $5.50. And we'll use that number here in a second. I'm just going to show you $1 right now. Now, you could put a quarter, 50 cents, and you can play with this yourself. But I'm going to show you $1 for the sake of time if the coins came out as $1. Okay, so I got the $1 in there, and what happens is that one node, again, produces 50 tokens. So 1 times 50 equals 50. That's your monthly total. And then you can see the monthly total here is 50 times $1. I even divided it by 30 to show you what the daily would be. But that's right there, $50 a month if the token came out to be $1. And keep in mind, tokens do not stay static. They do not stay the same daily. They'll go up, they'll go down, just like the Bitcoin and Amazon stock. They'll all go up and down. But for this sake of the spreadsheet, we're going to say that it stays at $1, and that's what you'll make. If you multiply that by 12, that's $600 for a $600 investment. and you're going to get back $600 annually, and that's how much it costs. So you broke even after 1 year if it stayed at $1. That's a lot better than $30 that you get. And then the next year, if it stayed the same, you'll make profit of $600. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you what the $5.50 target price, whoops, I hit the wrong button, $5.50 target price would be. And when you look at this, your bonus tokens don't change, your tokens per month don't change, but what does change is the value of what you earned. Your 50 tokens times $5.50 is $275 a month. That's $9 a day. You multiply that by 12, that's $3,300 minus your cost of $600, and that's what your net after costs would be. So that's $2,700 net compared to $30 in a bank CD. I don't know who in their right mind would ever put their money in a bank CD when after seeing something like this. You'd have to be checked out if you did that. It does not make sense to me. Now you'll see also these bonus tokens. This shows what the 5% release would be. That would be yours, that you could do. Now 95% of your 937 tokens would not be able to be used, but 5% will be used after that first month we go live. And that is also $258 of bonus money to you. So that's pretty awesome. Now let's go and show you what the package 2 will do. Now look, if I try to put 3 right here, it will go, but watch what the spreadsheet does. There's a bunch of NAs and it won't populate correctly. So you have to put the numbers over here according to the package you bought. So if I put 4 in, then 4 at 50 tokens per month per node, and you got 4 nodes, that gives you 200 tokens that are yours each month. And if it's at $5.50, then you'll have $1,100 monthly income, which is $13,200 a year. And your investment was $2,400. And so your net profit after 1 year is $10,800. And you can look, I mean, just in 2 months, you're going to make $2,200. And if you wanted to take your 2 months of tokens, that's an additional $1,000. You are whole after 2 months. And really actually a little bit less than 2 months. If you wanted to sell all your tokens, you can. And look at the bank CD over here. You're making $120 to, I mean, the Wells Fargo at 1.5% is 36. And there are tons of people that still do bank CDs or Roth IRAs and so many other investment vehicles that really make the banks and the investment firms more money than it makes you. But that's for another argument. So now I'm going to show you what the 50 nodes will do. And this was where the sweet spot is, I think. Because if you can come up with $30,000, which is your investment, and here's a $30,000 CD that will make you somewhere around $1,500 a month on a bank CD. Heck, if you even got 10% a month from your bank, you would make $3,000. I said a month, I meant a year. You'll make $3,000 a year. But look what it does with our node calculator. Your 50 nodes should produce around 50 tokens a month, which is 2,500 total tokens a month. You also get 46,875 bonus tokens, which you can take 5% at, which is $12,891 of bonus money if you wanted to sell it if the token price was $5.50. But look at your monthly. That's $13,750 a month for a $30,000 investment. 2.5 months of this same rate is going to get you back your money, your investment in full. And that's just amazing. Where else can you do that? Look at that income. That annual income is $165,000 a year income, net of $135,000 after the first year. And the good thing about this, I heard Andre say, is that this is for the life in perpetual. It's going to go on forever. The only way this can ever shut down if technology in the whole world shuts down, and that's not going to happen. So this will keep on paying and paying and paying, and as long as the token price doesn't get, really crazy and go low, which I can't see that with all that's happening with blockchain sports, then we were going to have an amazing, you can call it a residual, whatever word you want to use, monthly income that you will have going on for as long as you stay alive. And then this can also go down to your family. And it's just an amazing opportunity, I think. For that big investor that wants to buy the 200 nodes with the $120,000, I'll show it to you right here. But your $120,000 purchase will make you what, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 of interest at a bank CD. But over with us, it'll profit you $660,000 a year. And after the cost of your $120,000 package, that's $500,000 a year in your pocket, not even counting the bonus tokens that you're going to get each month if you decide to sell. Now, this number right here, it could go to $10, it could go to $20, and it could go to $100, and it could go to 10 cents and 15 cents. We don't know that. So these green fields are ones that you can play with. And so I just wanted to show you that. There's one other thing I do want to go back to, and we call this our insurance policy, our rebate policy. And there's Jeremy doing this presentation. I just did a quick screen capture to get this, but it's the Founders Pack rebate bonus. And basically, there's a couple of qualifications, really just one. You need $1,000 volume underneath you with 2 people. And if you do that, 2 of the Founder Pack ones with just 2 of your friends, then you are going to be guaranteed to get your initial investment back, whatever that investment was, by the time August 16th rolls around. So how that works. Because of our last project with Endotech, we have an excellent relationship with them. And the owners of Blockchain Sports have decided, and I think we're going to be doing this for all future projects as well, I've heard. But the owner of Blockchain Sports is going to take 25% of your investment. For argument's sake, I'm going to use the number $10,000 for the simplicity of it, of the math. So if you invested $10,000, then Blockchain Sports is going to take 25% of that, which is $2,500, and put it over into an Endotech to trade. Now, if you don't know what the Endotech fund did the last 2.5 years, then get with the person that's sharing this video with you and let them show you the power of what Endotech's trading can do. It was almost a 2,000% return in about 26 months. It's amazing. And so what's going to happen is that 25%, that $2,500, as soon as that fund hits 400%. Now, remember, this is Blockchain Sports money. We are crowdfunding their project, and they're taking some of that money, 25% of it, putting it into a fund, and when that fund hits 400%, it'll be back to $10,000, and that $10,000 is going to be given back to our wallets, and we get our money back there as well. And we still have everything else I showed you on the nodes. And I didn't even go into all the royalties that we get into it also. So that's it for now. If you have any questions, please get the person that shared this video with you. I hope this helps you. My name is Brad, and we will talk to you later.